Living to work, not working to live, might as well be Lumen's slogan. We might like to think in our own lives that we work hard to enrich our existence, but after seeing the parallels of my 9 to 5 to the Apple Plus TV show Severance, I kind of have my doubts. If there is one thing that working an office job has taught me, it's that once 5:30 hits, you just get the hell out of there. Everything that happened that day, listening to management waffle, small talk with co-workers, and nonsensical terms which nobody really understands are now tomorrow you's problem. You switch from the corporate version of yourself to who you actually are. Sometimes you think they might as well be two completely different people. Severance is a sci-fi thriller series about a group of office workers who elect to undergo a type of surgery which divides their brains in such a way that there are two separate versions of themselves who have no memory of each other's day. It's a way to separate the work them and the real them. These are referred to as innies and outies, like the belly button. The outies are the ones calling the shots, while the innies process the mundane and seemingly pointless tasks within the offices of the conglomerate corporation called Lumen. This show feels like somewhere in between BioShock, Black Mirror, and The Office. It's classed as a thriller, but there are definitely elements of surreal comedy.
A handshake is available upon request.
Side note, this is Patricia Arquette kissing Kate Barlow from the movie Holes. Anyway, similar to BioShock, there are some heavy religious cult themes surrounding the company Lumen and its founder Keir. His descendants' Black Mirror-esque technology, including but not limited to the severed brain chip and other experimental treatments, have created a dystopian alternate reality where the bizarre and stupid see themselves as intellectuals with something important to say. Maybe that's not that far off reality, actually. It was written by a man called Dan Erickson, with Ben Stiller acting as director and executive producer. Stiller was also heavily involved in the aesthetics of the show. Honestly, there's so many things that could be analysed to have a deeper meaning, which could take me all day. But I'm just going to highlight one thing that immediately stood out to me, which was that damn carpet. With everything surrounding it within the Lumen office being the most sterile, white, windowless, and confined environment you can imagine, that garishly green carpet provided a real contrast. Green is associated with the severed floor. It evokes a sense of nature, but an artificial kind, more like AstroTurf than an actual lawn. No offense to anyone who uses AstroTurf. It can kind of be seen as a playground for the innies, both comforting and unsettling at the same time. The show's aesthetic, including the green carpet, was partially inspired by Swedish photographer Lars Tramell, whose work largely focused on deadpan, surreal portraits of mundane office workers. There's something that just feels a bit off in his work, like you might be dreaming it. The showrunners were drawn to the unsettling nature of Tramell's images and used this as inspiration for Lumen's offices designs. Like I said, there's so many other things that have symbolism associated with them where it borders on becoming a little bit pretentious at points, but I still find it fun as the world it presents has clearly had a lot of thought and lore put into it. All the performances are top tier. I've been a big fan of Adam Scott since Step Brothers, but the real scene stealer is Tramell Tillman as Mr. Milchick. Although he has a bigger role in the plot in season 2, it's his performance in season 1 that stuck with me the most. Whenever he was on screen, I just felt a sense of dread. It was difficult to tell if he was about to start dancing with maracas or jab a sedative in your neck before taking you down to have your organs harvested. It could honestly go either way. In season 2, there was also a very interesting subplot with Mr. Milchick that touches on some relevant topics related to diversity in a corporate environment that I felt was handled in a mature and anti-message manner. A lot was said without actually saying it. I know I'm being vague, but I just don't want to give away too many spoilers. You'll know what I mean when you see it. Season 1 was definitely much stronger than season 2. Although I binge watched it with my husband in 2 days to make the most of the 7-day free trial for Apple TV that I still need to cancel, at the end of the second to last episode of season 1, we had to stop and have a break. Make a cup of tea, pace around the house a bit because it was so fucking tense. And despite the stakes arguably being higher in the second season, I never felt that level of pure adrenaline again like I did at the end of season 1. I still think that season 2 is worth a watch, and it's definitely one of the more interesting series out there. But whereas season 1 was damn near perfect in my eyes. Season 2 definitely felt rushed, with some sloppy writing at times. I'm not going to go into spoilers, but there were some certain character choices that just kind of felt like they came out of nowhere and annoyed me. Having said all that, I am still very much looking forward to season 3, and the moment it comes out, we'll be temporarily renewing that Apple TV membership again, because I pay for too many streaming services and I'm too afraid to pirate in case I give myself a virus. So that's about it. Praise Kier.